Hey, my name is Kristen Corey, and I am the owner of Media Books, a web design agency that specializes in accounting firms. Now, one conversation that is quickly picking up momentum is website accessibility. And the reason for that actually goes back to the early 90s when there was the Americans for Disabilities Act. And what that essentially said was that people with disabilities need to be able to access businesses just like everyone else. So think like a ramp into a business. It needs to be wheelchair accessible. So that ruling has since been updated to now include websites. Makes sense. A lot of businesses solely act online, like media books. Now, what that means is our websites need to be accessible to those with disabilities. Design-wise, that can mean a whole bunch of different things, but it can be really difficult to figure out how we make sure that our websites are accessible. If you don't have a disability, again, like I said, it could be very difficult to know exactly what people need. So doing a little bit of research and kind of understanding, you may start to figure out, okay, I know kind of how I need to adjust my website, but this sounds like a lot. This may affect my brand. This may affect my website. It may kind of skew the color scheme a little bit. How do I balance these two things? And what you can do is download a widget that we have found that is incredibly helpful to web designers and people that want to make sure their websites are accessible, but also don't want to be able to sacrifice their brand or anything else that they've worked so hard to build. So if you look at the screen right now, you will notice the Media Books Agency website. It's our website. It is unaltered. It is as built. But if you look on the bottom right, there's a little blue icon with a person. This is an accessibility widget. Now that you've seen it, you are going to notice it on a lot more websites. I rarely notice this widget, but now that I do know what it is, and I've added it to our own website, I see it everywhere. And when you click on it, you are going to see a list of accessibility profiles that people may need. Maybe people are blind, maybe they need keyboard navigation for difficulties with motor skills, seizure safe profile, a whole bunch of different options. And here's the thing, when I toggle this on, for example, ADHD-friendly, this can really help someone who struggles with distractions, being able to focus on certain elements of your website. And so I didn't have to do any changes. I didn't need to set up this specific feature, but it kind of just adapts to whatever website you are on. So I'm going to go ahead and toggle it off, and you'll see everything goes back to the original settings. This is a really great feature. I love this so much because when we started hearing about this, I really felt overwhelmed with all the different ways that I would need to alter my website and all the things that I would know, and then the things that I hadn't even considered. I didn't really know where to start, but this widget makes it so easy. And so I'm going to tell you about where I actually got the code for this widget, and that is a company called AccessiBe. They are fantastic. What AccessiBe is they, as you can see, leading AI solutions for website accessibility and ADA compliance. They make it so easy. What they have is basically they provide you with this widget. It's a little bit of code. They give you step-by-step instructions on how to install it on your website. And really, the whole process can take you less than 5 minutes. Yes, it is coding, and I know that can sound terrifying, but they give you the code, so all you have to do is know how to do copy and paste, and then they walk you through the steps on your website. So it doesn't matter whether you are on WordPress or Squarespace, they have how-to guides, and they say, click this, copy and paste here, and you are done. And then you have a website with those great accessibility features. Now, if you are, maybe don't have the funds to do a full widget to afford the full pricing, it is $490 a year, and we can provide a 10% discount when you book through Media Books. But still, maybe if you're just starting your business, that sounds like a big investment. They also have a free accessibility audit tool, which can be really helpful if you are trying to make proper adjustments on your website and to have a more DIY approach. So if you are interested in getting started with AccessiBe, whether that be the widget or you are interested in doing their little free audit tool, both are great resources, and we have them listed in the show notes. So be sure to check those out. And if you have any other questions or you want to learn more about how to use this widget, you can check out the MediaBooks agency website, click on this little person on the bottom right, and play around with the features. It is a fantastic tool, and it's a really awesome way for people with all sorts of different abilities to be able to access our websites.